Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to do another foundation review today. I'm going to have quite a few of these coming up because I know of at least two more that I'm ordering today and this weekend when they launch. So I'm definitely going to be reviewing them. But today I'm going to be reviewing the Shiseido Synchro Skin Lasting Liquid Foundation. This is an oil-free foundation. It's broad spectrum SPF 20 sunscreen. And I'm going to be honest with you, okay? I know nothing about this foundation. I saw it on like the just arrived, or maybe not even that. I don't know where I saw it to begin with. Maybe my friend told me about it. But I just went directly onto the website and bought it. I was like, well, I want to try a new foundation. Go figure. I don't know that I've actually even tried any Shiseido makeup products. Their cotton pads are a holy grail of mine, and I've used some skincare products with good results before, but I've never tried a makeup product. So this is a 1 fluid ounce, and it comes in a glass bottle like this, and it does have a pump, which I believe any high-end foundation should. This retails for $45, and again, it is 1 ounce. I got the color Golden 2. However, I feel like it's going to be too light. I have not tried this yet. I've just swatched it on the back of my hand, and it looks lighter than a lot of my foundations do. Again, this is Golden 2, so I'm assuming for warm golden skin tones. So we're just going to start this review. I'm going to pin my hair back. If you're new to my channel and haven't seen foundation reviews before, I do use a primer. Because I use a primer every single day of my life, I'm going to use it when I'm trying out a new foundation. Today, I'm using the YSL Touche Éclat Blur Primer, which I kind of feel like I'm cheating with this review or first impression because I have not used a foundation that doesn't look absolutely perfect over this primer. There is something about it in my skin that absolutely love each other. So I'm just going to use a very small amount of that. So on a day-to-day basis, I do have normal skin. Lately, I forgot to put an earring in. Okay. Anyways, lately my skin's been a little bit on the drier side, and I do have some patches and some flaking off. So this will be a good test as to how this works on normal to dry skin tone. Again, I got Golden 2, comes with a pump. I'm just going to take a couple of pumps, just like that, onto my skin. It is a little bit thin. You can see it's starting to run down. It's definitely not like a moussey texture by any means. It is a thinner texture. I'm going to do one side of my face with a brush, one side with a beauty blender, and I'm actually going to dot this on my face. It is a little light. Hopefully it'll blend out okay. And then go in to blend it out. It does have a scent to it. It's not overly floral. It's actually kind of clean smelling, which I don't mind scents in my foundation. I don't have sensitive skin. And most of the time I find that any scents in makeup do not linger on the face, so that does not bother me. So I'm just going to blend that out with my beauty blender. And it seems to give okay coverage so far. I've only used about half of what's on my hand, so I would think that 2 pumps with a beauty blender would cover my whole face. Zoom you in. So this side does not have foundation on it. You can see I have a little bit of redness today, not near as much as I did in my last review. A few age / sunspots, and then this is with the foundation. So I feel like it gave quite a nice coverage. It's very natural. It's not overly cakey, but it's also not dewy. That to me is my favorite kind of finish. I like a natural finish that is not cakey and not too shiny, because as we know, I like to control my shine. So on the other side of my face, I'm going to use my Real Techniques buffing brush and just buff the foundation in. I'm just picking up what I had left. I hope you can see the absurd amounts of streaks using that brush. You know what I think I'm going to do? There is only one foundation in my entire collection that I like using a brush with more than a beauty blender, and that's the MAC Face and Body, in case you're wondering. So I'm not even going to do a brush on my foundation reviews anymore because it never looks as good. If you can see, for some reason, this side of my face is drier than the other side. So it's accumulating a little bit over those dry patches right there. But overall, it didn't cling too bad. And I feel like it's giving a nice natural finish. The color is a little light on me. It's a little lighter than I prefer, but really, if I end up falling in love with this foundation, I'm not going to bother returning it or exchanging it because I can darken this up with some certain bronzers. I know my Bare Minerals Faux Tan bronzer can darken any foundation, so that's probably what I'll use today. All right, so I am going to apply the rest of my face makeup, and I'll be right back to give you my final first impressions, tell you the time, and then we'll check in a couple times throughout the day. Okay, so I've got the rest of my face makeup on. Just a rundown to let you know what I use so you can know whether or not it works well with this foundation. I set it with the Mer powder, the translucent powder. I use the Bare Minerals Faux Tan bronzer. I use Makeup Geek Hanky Panky blush, and then the Bobbi Brown Beige Shimmer Brick for a highlighter. So, I'm liking it. I really do like it. I feel like it looks really natural. I'm going to do a close-up real quick to show you how it looks with everything set on top of it. So if you can see, all the products blended in really well with it. It didn't disturb the foundation underneath. It covered up really well, but again, it doesn't look cakey. And once I put everything on, it kind of didn't cling on to any dry patches. See how this wears throughout the day. Currently it is, you can see that 9:45. I have errands to run. I have a business meeting / lunch to go to. And then I will check back in after I pick up my youngest from school. So that should be about 3 o'clock. So I will check back in at around that time. Okay, I'm back for my midday check-in. It is 2:50. See right there. So it's been almost exactly 5 hours since I last saw you. And I'm looking here in my mirror to kind of see what I think. It has not settled into my lines and wrinkles, so that's good. Because I do have some pretty prominent smile lines. And that's, something I always check on when I'm doing a foundation review. It really looks exactly the same as when I put it on. I've not had to touch up. It's a little bit, it's starting to feel like maybe it looks a little bit cakey. I still like the finish. It passed the rear view mirror test, which I'm sorry. If you can pass that test, you're A-okay in my book because everything is in its truest form. When you open that rear view mirror, you know what I'm talking about. So, it passed that test. I feel like it's going strong. I am going to be leaving in about an hour for the gym, and then I'm going to check in after that. So that'll be the true test, is how it stands up through my workout, because I do not take my makeup off to go to the gym. I almost always go in the afternoons, and I don't see the sense in taking a full face of makeup off and whatever. I mean, to each their own. A lot of people don't agree with that. They're going to think that you need to not have a stitch of makeup on at the gym. Neither here nor there. I do. So, I keep looking down here. I'm sorry, I'm supposed to be looking at you. So far so good. I'm going to see if the cakiness gets better or worse in the next few hours, and I will check back in with you when I get home for the gym for my final thoughts on this foundation. Yes, yes, and yes. Okay, I am at my final check-in. It is 8:15 at night. I just got back from the gym and decided to put a little bit of lipstick on for you, but other than that, I have not done a single thing to my makeup all day long. I have not powdered. I have not touched up. I have not reapplied blush. I have not reapplied highlight. I cannot tell you how much I am loving this foundation on first impression. And I will say, normally my first impression is my lasting impression. I don't have a great impression the first day I wear a foundation, then end up hating it. And I don't have a horrible, first impression and then end up loving it. It's just not, it doesn't tend to work that way. So my first impression on this foundation is, I love it. Now, I do have clothes on. I'm in my gym clothes and my hair is up, and all I have done is blotted the sweat off my face after my workout. It still looks perfect. To me, it looks just as good, if not better, as when I first put it on. There's something about this foundation. I don't know what it is. I feel like my blush, my bronzer, my contour, my highlight, I feel like everything has stayed on longer on this foundation than it does on normal foundations. And I will tell you, I went back and read the Sephora description, which I normally do at the beginning of the video, and it does say that it helps maintain skin's clarity and prevent shine, creasing, and fading all day, while advanced sensing technology dynamically synchronizes with skin's unique condition for a beautiful looking complexion. I believe that. Why? Because when I first got it, or when I first showed you this bottle, I told you that I thought it was going to be too light. When I put it up against all my other foundations, it is way lighter. It like melded with my skin tone and became the perfect color. It was a lot lighter than this when I first applied it, and it didn't oxidize. It's not turning orange or pink or peach. It almost like it just knew what my foundation color needed to be and became that color. It did prevent creasing. It did not settle into any of my fine lines. A tiny bit of settling in my smile lines. I have not found a foundation that absolutely does not settle at all. But I didn't have to like press and touch up, so I'm fine with that. It stayed, like it didn't rub off around my nose, and I have some allergies right now, so I've been blowing my nose. It's gotten better on my dry patches, not worse. So really and truly, like, honestly, I was kind of hoping I wasn't going to like this foundation so that I could return it, because I've been buying so much makeup lately, and I have so much on my wish list that I want to buy, but I can't return this foundation. Even though I have 16 others in my rotation, I'm almost done with 2 of them. So that's how I'm justifying it. I'm not returning this foundation. I really think that this is, it's a hidden gem. I mean, it's brand new, but I haven't heard anything about it. And again, it's the Shiseido Synchro Skin long-lasting foundation with broad spectrum SPF 20. It is long-lasting. It is fabulous. Please, I don't even know if they sell this in store. If they do, go get a sample. If they have it in Nordstrom, go get a sample. Even if they don't, I would take a chance on this foundation because it really is good. So if you are in need of a new one, Shiseido Synchro Skin. Okay. I hope that this review first impression was helpful. If you have any further questions, be sure and put them in the description box, the comment section below, and I'll be sure and get to those and respond if I'm able to answer. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, have a very blessed day.